Hello everyone, welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zeng. In the past few days, the Chinese internet has been abuzz with the news that 6 doctoral students from a research group studying cancer mechanisms at a renowned hospital in China were suddenly found to have fatal cancers. While people are exploring the truth of this and why it happened, they are also deeply worried about whether a huge conspiracy is hidden behind this incident and whether the CCP is developing the next terrifying genetic weapon. Today, let's talk about this matter. On November 6, shocking news erupted on the Chinese internet. It was reported that at the Zeng Memorial Hospital of Zeng University, especially at the breast surgery department of this university's second affiliated hospital in Guangzhou, multiple students from the same team had been diagnosed with rare types of breast cancer and pancreatic cancer, most of which were already in advanced stages. The leaked information indicates that this team specializes in tumor research, focusing on the triggering mechanisms, that is, researching what factors can lead to cancer in humans. The team's supervising mentor is named Shu Shicheng. He is an assistant to the president of Zeng Memorial Hospital, a professor, a chief physician, a member of the CCP, and a recipient of China's Outstanding Youth Science Fund. He is 40 years old now. His boss is Song Erwei, a academician of the Chinese Academy of Sciences and the president of Zeng Memorial Hospital. He conducted doctoral research in 2002 at Harvard Medical School's CBR Institute for Biomedical Research in the United States. The initial whistleblower of this news was a member of this research team and one of the cancer patients herself. Her name is Huang Ming, and she's only 29 years old. She initially went for a checkup due to abdominal pain, and the results were shocking. She was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, which had metastasized to her liver, deteriorating to the highest degree, with her life expectancy possibly only a few months. This is a pathological report posted on social media by someone who claims to be her sister. It has very detailed descriptions, which I will not elaborate on here, but I'm showing it for experts who understand the field to see. Strangely, after Huang Ming shared her cancer diagnosis in the team's WeChat group, her mentor Shu Shicheng, without any communication with her, directly removed her from all WeChat groups. Huang Ming was shocked and, in a fit of anger, posted screenshots of the relevant WeChat messages on the Chinese social media platform Weibo, ending in a phrase that said, "The devil is in our world." Later, other members of the team and more insiders from the hospital began to reveal more information, stating that it wasn't just one person in the same team who had contracted rare types of cancer, but at least 6. The incident had attracted a great deal of attention and quickly became a hot topic on the internet. Breast surgery department at Zeng University's second hospital and Shu Shicheng both became hot search terms on Weibo. Then, yesterday, November 8th, the hospital was forced to issue a statement of the situation, acknowledging that indeed 3 individuals who had worked and studied at the hospital's breast tumor center laboratory had been diagnosed with cancer. Moreover, all 3 diagnoses were made in this year, 2023. However, those who know the inside story say that not only 3 people, but at least 6 have contracted cancer. The authorities are withholding the confirmation reports of the others in an attempt to keep the matter under wraps. Even more outrageous is that not only did the authorities immediately delete Huang Min's Weibo account, but on November 6, they urgently dismantled the lab involved in the incident. Furthermore, Huang Min's medical records at Zeng Hospital, as you can see, were issued on November 1st, and these records have also disappeared. The hospital explained this by saying that it was due to system maintenance. The system was shut down. Now, let's summarize the information from all sides. The event seems to have unfolded like this. Within Su Shiteng's team in the same lab, there were at least 6 doctoral or master's students under the age of 30 who developed cancer, and these were relatively rare types of cancer. Team mentor Su Shiteng, as the first author, has published about 20 papers on various cancer research fields. Many of these papers involved strongly carcinogenic drugs or reagents. One of these papers was even co-authored with Huang Min. Now, let's take a look of Huang Min's medical records again. It says, I need to turn on. It says she was diagnosed with SMARCB1-INI1 deficient pancreatic undifferentiated carcinoma. Honestly, I don't understand this medical term, but according to experts, this type of pancreatic cancer only accounts for about 2% of all pancreatic cancers. Furthermore, the majority of those who get this disease are elderly, with over half being over 70 years old. In the general population, only 5 out of every 100,000 people get this disease. So, some posts have been questioning if the probability of this disease is so low. How is it possible that at least 3 people in a research group of less than 20 people were all diagnosed with it simultaneously and in the same year of 2023, and all 3 of them are under 30 years old? How low would that probability be? The only reasonable explanation is that her cancer must be related to this lamp. If it is related to the lamp, there could be several possible reasons. First, there might have been a leak or misuse of carcinogenic and highly toxic biochemical reagents in the lamp. A professional from Peking University stated that all reagents produced in China should be treated as highly toxic and carcinogenic because Chinese reagents often do not list potential toxic side effects, and there's a lack of regulation in this area, which can easily lead to accident. Second, the lab building was constructed without a proper hood exhaust system. The hospital focused on making tumor models, did not provide basic SOP, standard operating procedure, safety instructions to students and researchers. Long-term non-compliance with safety procedures could lead to the retention of highly toxic reagents in the lab, resulting in poisoning of all personnel involved in the experiments. This is a speculation of a person who claims to still work in such a lab, but has since come overseas from China. Third, it could due to the use of a certain gene inhibitor. According to Tang Jinyuan, a commentator with a medical background, this is the most worrisome aspect. The research direction of this team is the cancer-inducing mechanism, that is, what factors might cause cancer. This necessarily requires creating a strongly carcinogenic environment or lab condition. They would apply carcinogenic substances to animals like mice to see if they indeed develop cancer, how long they live afterward, and so on. These are all subjects of the research and observation. Su Shicheng had previously published a controversial paper on cancer research. It was about an anti-cancer gene called INI1, which has anti-cancer properties. Su Shicheng's research focused on the consequences of suppressing this anti-cancer gene. His paper mentioned that after this gene is inhibited, there is a high incidence of rhabdoid tumor of the kidney and epithelioid sarcomas. Looking further at Huang Min's medical records, her immunohistochemistry was exactly INI-1, meaning that this gene was suppressed. Thus, it is possible that Su Shicheng's lab used some kind of gene inhibitor, and for some reason, this inhibitor contaminated the entire lab environment, entered the human body, and caused many people to develop cancer at the same time. Tang Jinyuan believes this is a reasonable explanation. If this is the case, then the actions of this lab are somewhat similar to those of Batwoman Shi Zhenli's team at the Wuhan Institution of Virology. Shi Zhenli was researching how to enhance the functionality of viruses, while Su Shicheng was studying how to suppress anti-cancer genes. Why would someone want to increase the functionality of viruses or suppress anti-cancer genes? Tang Jinyuan refers to a book published in 2015 by the Military Medical Science Press of China entitled Unnatural Origin of SARS and New Species of Man-Made Viruses as Genetic Bioweapons. The book first proposed a novel concept called pathogenic gene bioweapons, defined as gene products that target specific genes or immune states of certain individuals using genetic modification or other technical means to cause fatal diseases in specific targets or populations, ultimately weaponizing them. Chapter 4 of this book specifically mentions that the Chinese military has been closely monitoring the development of carcinogenic gene weapons because such gene products can be introduced into the human body without people realizing it, induce specific cancers, and thus kill invisibly with targeted precision and are difficult to detect. Tang Jinyuan says although it's not known whether Shu Shicheng's research is related to the Chinese military, but the reaction to the incident suggests a potentially unspeakable conspiracy might be hidden. First, when Huang Min just mentioned in the group chat that she had cancer without accusing Shu Shicheng or demanding any compensation, just simply sharing the fact that she had cancer, she was immediately removed from all groups by Shu Shicheng, preventing her from speaking further. Then, as soon as the incident was exposed online on November 6, and just as it became a trending topic on November 7th, the hospital immediately made Huang Min's medical records disappear from the hospital's database under the pretext of system maintenance. And on November 8th, the hospital went as far as to dismantle the problematic lab. It is very similar to the situation when the Wuhan virus first came to light. The CCP's first reaction was to completely sanitize the Wuhan wet market, erasing all evidence. It also shut down a lab in Shanghai that published the genetic sequences of the virus. If it were just a matter of lab safety and protection issues, at most it would be a medical compensation issue. Is such an extreme reaction really necessary? That's why after the incident occurred, there was such a high level of concern among Chinese netizens. Many are worried whether the CCP is again developing some sort of biochemical weapon that could cause massive harm to humanity. One netizen even claimed that he or she had reported to the U.S. Department of Health and Homeland Security that Song Er-wei was very likely to allow his son Song Shijian to bring cancer-inducing biochemical weapons into the United States and had reported to the U.S. and Canadian immigration authorities that Song Er-wei and Su Shicheng were deeply involved in the research of cancer-related biochemical agents and had already entered the human testing stage. This netizen appears to be a professional and posted a summary thread on Reddit about this incident, compiling various pieces of information. I think his or her concerns and reports are reasonable. After all, with the lessons of COVID-19 before us, we have every reason to be highly skeptical and cautious about the objectives and the results of the so-called scientific research that the CCP is doing. Well, that's all for today. Please like, share, and comment on my videos. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel or check your subscription status. Additionally, you can visit my website at jenniferzengblog.com. That's jenniferzengblog.com for membership or donations to support my work. In these rapid changing times, I believe independent voices like mine are crucial. Thank you. See you next week.